So I guess this is my dinner on August the 20th, 2018, 10:30. I'm eating one of my apples off the tree. Now, I did want to mention this bread. I'm just going to set that there for now. It's called Dave's Killer Bread Organic Loaf, 21 whole grains and seeds. It's organic, non-GMO. All that. Now, I looked at the ingredients. I gotta show you. Pretty good. James picked this one out, and I don't know where he got it. It would have been given to us, because we don't buy bread. There's lots of ways to get free bread. So I don't know who gave us that one. But anyway, I'm impressed that he picked that out. And he's been asking for the kale juice in the morning, which amazes me. It used to be, it was like I was trying to torture him, feeding him kale juice. Now he asks. So that's great. Now, it's Whoop Up Days, and they have this free pancake breakfast thing going on, and so I am having coffee this week, and I know it's terrible for me. And I'm also having the occasional pancake, but I just grabbed this and I'm going to let James have it. So there's sausage there for our chihuahuas to share. So that's from the Rachel Harder pancake breakfast. Pancake, sausage, good coffee. So that'll just sit here whenever James shows up to have it. I'm have this instead, because that's tastier. And I'm going to take a leave because I am in a lot of pain. And I'm having inflammatory foods this week. And if I'm causing inflammation with the stuff I'm taking in, then, I mean, this is silly, right? Taking an anti-inflammatory so that you can have inflammatory foods. Let's start. My apples are not ripe yet, but my neighbor said that there were a bunch of people sitting in my, where I have the barbecue underneath the cherry tree with my chairs there. So they were sitting right in there, and eating apples. So I guess there were 4 people in there sitting there eating apples, and I noticed, yep, the low-hanging fruit had disappeared. So I took and harvested as much of the lowest hanging fruit as I could use today. But honestly, I prefer them this way. Like a bit underripe, it tastes almost like a Granny Smith. Nice and sour. So, I watched this last night while I was reading this. Easy Soups from Scratch with Quick Breads to Match by Ivy Manning. And I have bookmarked many of the soups because they look good. So I think that was worth getting out of your public library. I haven't tried the soups yet, so I don't know. Sleeping Giant. This is a Canadian venture. I didn't care for it. Now, the characters though are the boys. I just find them absolutely repulsive. Their values are not ones that I share. Anyway, but the scenery is beautiful. It's set in on rugged Lake Superior. It looks beautiful. But you do, at the end, you do feel a bit for the boys, even though I can't imagine anybody would go, "Oh, what sweet boys." But yeah, I didn't care for the movie. Trauma. Now, mostly James watched this. I just listened to it. I didn't watch it, I think, at all. Anyway. I do like his acting, and he was totally scary in this. Like, I was cleaning the kitchen as it was on. I'm trying to reorganize things so that it's more usable in there for me. I do this. My kitchen is like the size of a shoebox. So, and I really do a lot of kitchen related work. So, I don't know. I like that I've taken my cutting board activity out into the living room in front of the TV. That works for me because there's really not any room in the kitchen. But yeah, I try to reorganize the kitchen every now and then because I get frustrated with it, and it really, I mean, it's still going to be postage size or postage stamp size. I don't know what that was. Anyway, but I was listening to this from the kitchen, and I think I followed the story pretty well. It was okay. Queer as Folk, Series 2. Now, the music for this sounds like it was made for Teletubbies. And these young men act like teenagers. Well, one is a teenager, I think, so I guess that's excusable. But honestly, does everybody act like a child nowadays? Is that like... I don't know. I didn't watch it. I just listened to it. I was cleaning stuff and whatever. So I don't really know what happened in it, but it didn't interest me at all. So it didn't pull me away from my cleaning. I mean, so I wouldn't recommend either of these two because if they were interesting enough, I wouldn't have been cleaning. I would have been, and same with this one. If it was interesting enough, I wouldn't have read that book. But I grabbed the book, I read the book. Now, I normally read books while movies are on anyway, so that doesn't say a whole lot. But the cleaning definitely does, because when I leave the room, it's really bad. Really not worth seeing. So anyway. Yay! Inflammatory week. Whoop it up. It really tastes awful after an apple. Oh. No, that's enough for me. Okay.